Imagine a world where the hum of wings is louder than thunder, where forests tremble not from storms, but from the crawling weight of colossal insects. What if early humans, fragile yet resilient, had to survive in such a realm? Would they adapt, or would they be crushed beneath the armored legs of creatures larger than themselves? This is not just a tale of survival. This is a myth carved into the roots of prehistory. The story begins in motion. A band of Australopithecus moves cautiously through a dense forest at dawn, the mist curling low around twisted trunks. Their small frames are agile, their eyes alert, their hands clutching sharpened stones and branches hardened in fire. They are not hunting large beasts today. They are searching for roots, berries, and the occasional insect nest that might yield precious protein. But here the insects are not fragile. A single ant as large as a child's head scurries across the path, forcing the group to pause. One female, carrying an infant on her back, pushes the others forward with a sharp gesture. They know well that even the smallest hesitation could awaken a swarm. The forest hums with menace. Gigantic dragonflies sweep overhead, their wings casting shadows like falling leaves. Bark splits as beetles the size of dogs burrow into the trees. The Australopithecus move with reverence, each step careful, each breath shallow. A young male thrusts a stick into a mound of earth, hoping to dislodge larvae. The mound erupts, spraying soil and armored ants, each one the length of his forearm. Panic breaks the rhythm of the group. They scatter, but the elder male rallies them, raising a stone and smashing it down on the leading ant. The crunch is deafening, the green fluid staining his hands. The tribe regroups, and in their unity they fight back, driving the swarm off with smoke from smoldering leaves carried in woven bundles. This victory is small, but it comes at a cost. One of the youths is bitten, his legs swelling grotesquely. The group surrounds him. An elder female crushes herbs between stones, pressing the paste into the wound, while others blow cooling breaths to ease his agony. The forest presses closer, the hum of unseen wings returning like a warning. They cannot linger. The tribe pushes deeper into the forest, driven by hunger and survival. Here, the trees open to reveal a clearing where sunlight filters down in shafts of gold, but the light exposes them to predators. From the shadows emerges a massive mantis, towering as high as their shoulders, its serrated limbs poised to strike. The group freezes. Instinct surges, flight or fight. The leader hurls a stone, striking the creature's armored head. It reels, but it is not defeated. Two males rush forward, driving sharpened sticks into its abdomen, while others scream in raw defiance, their voices meant to distract and intimidate. The struggle is brutal. The mantis slashes one male's arm, nearly severing muscle from bone. Blood sprays across the clearing. But unity saves them again. The elder female drives a spear into the creature's neck joint, the only weak spot. The mantis convulses, collapses, and lies still. The tribe stands in trembling silence, their chests heaving, their hands stained with blood and green ichor. Yet triumph is short-lived. A low rumble builds in the distance, not from beasts, but from the wings of a swarm. Giant locusts, drawn by the scent of battle, descend in a cloud that darkens the sun. The tribe gathers their wounded, clutching the tools of survival, and runs for the cover of the trees. Their cries merge with the roar of wings, a hymn of desperation echoing through the forest. The tribe crashes through the undergrowth, every step pounding with fear. Leaves whip their faces, branches tear at their skin, but behind them, The locust swarm grows louder, a living storm of hunger. The sky itself darkens as the swarm descends, stripping bark, leaves, and fruit in its path. The Australopithecus know they cannot outrun it. They must find shelter. At the edge of a ravine, the leader signals urgently. Below, a shallow cave yawns in the cliff wall. One by one, the tribe scrambles down, clinging to roots and jutting stones. Mothers press infants tight against their chests, their eyes wild with fear. The last male leaps into the cave just as the swarm crashes over the treetops like a tidal wave of wings. Inside the cave, darkness swallows them. The hum outside is deafening, a monstrous chorus vibrating through stone. Dust and fragments of leaves swirl at the entrance. The group huddles together, trembling. In the gloom, they light small bundles of dried moss with sparks from striking flint. Smoke curls upward, filling the air, a protective shroud against intruders. Yet smoke cannot mask hunger. The injured youth groans. His leg is swollen and fevered. The elder female mixes herbs from her pouch, smearing them onto the wound with steady hands. Her movements are ritual-like, guided by ancestral knowledge. The others watch, their fear tempered by the familiar rhythm of survival. Outside, the swarm passes slowly, their jaws tearing the forest into silence. But caves, too, hold dangers. A faint scuttling rises from deeper within. The tribe stiffens. Eyes gleam faintly in the firelight, dozens of them. From the shadows emerges a colossal centipede, its armored body stretching across the cave floor, antennae twitching. Its mandibles click, tasting the smoke. The sweat, the fear. The Australopithecus grip their weapons, but space is narrow, escape impossible. The leader acts first. He drives a sharpened stick forward, striking the beast's head. It recoils with a hiss, but more of its body writhes forward, a tide of legs scraping stone. The tribe erupts into action. Stones rain down, sticks jab, and shrill cries echo through the cavern. The centipede strikes, sinking its mandibles into the shoulder of a young female. She screams in silence, her voice lost in the roar of panic. Two males drag her back, while the elder female thrusts a torch into the creature's face. Flame licks its armored plates. With a screech that rattles the cave walls, the centipede retreats, disappearing into the deeper dark. Silence follows, broken only by labored breaths. The wounded are tended to with herbs and ash. The tribe, exhausted, leans against the cave walls. Outside, the swarm begins to fade, its endless hunger moving on. The leader ventures to the entrance, scanning the devastation. What was once green canopy is now skeletal branches stripped bare. The world has changed in a single day, and survival has become even harsher. Yet, in this moment of ruin, a spark of unity flickers. The carcass of the mantis dragged into the cave becomes their salvation. With fire and stone, they carve meat from its body. The taste is bitter, alien, but it fills their stomachs. Around the flickering flames, they share the feast, blood and ash, still fresh on their skin. In their silence, there is victory. In their survival, there is myth. Morning rises, pale and gray mist clinging to the ruined forest. The tribe emerges from the cave, blinking into a world transformed. Where once leaves shimmered in the sun, now skeletal branches claw at the sky. The swarm has taken everything. Yet the air is quiet, and in that quiet, there is a chance to move forward. The leader raises his hand, signaling the path. They descend toward a river valley where water glimmers between the shadows of fallen trees. Children ride on the backs of their mothers, while the wounded lean on the shoulders of kin. Every step is heavy, but their unity drives them on. Along the way, they gather what they can, roots unearthed from the loam insects, stunned by the swarm's passage, and broad leaves to carry water. Every motion is survival etched into flesh and bone. By the river, they pause. The water is muddy, churned by the chaos of the swarm, but drinkable. They cup their hands, passing water to the children, their bodies trembling with exhaustion. Yet as they drink, a sudden burst of wings explodes from the reeds. A dragonfly larger than a hawk rises into the air, its compound eyes glittering like jewels. The tribe tenses, but this time there is no battle. It hovers, then vanishes into the forest, leaving only ripples in the river. Relief spreads among them. A child laughs, thin, fragile, but bright, against the silence. Others smile, their faces softening for the first time in days. Around the river's edge they rest, eating the last scraps of mantis meat, watching the sun burn through the mist. This is not triumph. It is survival. Yet in survival, there is legacy. Each scar, each cry, each moment of endurance binds them together. The forest of giants will challenge them again, but they will endure. And in their endurance, the story of humanity begins.